Ignore this warning for just 5 minutes, and you could wake up tomorrow struggling to stand clutching desperately at furniture just to steady yourself. Imagine your legs suddenly buckling beneath you, sending you crashing helplessly onto the unforgiving floor. That single devastating fall can spiral into a terrifying sequence of events. Painful fractures, grueling hospital stays, endless physical therapy, and the horrifying realization that you've lost your independence forever. Your own kitchen, a place of comfort, might secretly hold the keys to either your salvation or your downfall. Today, the truth is about to hit you hard because we're not simply discussing getting older. We're discussing whether you'll remain strong enough to walk on your own 2 feet tomorrow. Right now, countless older adults shuffle through their daily lives, believing that joint aches, wobbly knees, or exhaustion after simple tasks are just part of getting older. But what if I told you these aren't just inconveniences? They're red flags signaling an imminent threat. When your legs weaken, every shaky step could be one stumble away from catastrophe. If you're still thinking, this won't happen to me, you're gambling with your health, playing Russian roulette with every hesitant move you make. Today's revelation isn't just information. It's an urgent wake-up call about what's silently attacking your body this very moment. This isn't merely about weaker muscles. It's about a hidden menace infiltrating your bloodstream, corroding your bones, and silently sabotaging your cardiovascular health. Shocked yet, you should be, because the innocent foods you ignore could become ticking time bombs detonating at the worst possible moment, leaving you immobile, hospitalized, or worse, listening helplessly as doctors shake their heads and lament, if only we'd caught this sooner. The blindfold comes off now. We're uncovering 4 crucial foods, simple, affordable, yet tragically overlooked, that could protect your legs guard, your heart, and ensure you remain active and independent. Ignore this, and you're choosing to roll the dice with your very life. Transition. A brief clinical story. Before I dive into the details, let me share a moment from my clinical career that changed how I view leg health. I met a woman named Judith, age 73, retired librarian, who had always taken decent care of herself. She never smoked, rarely drank, and did her best to watch her diet. Yet one night she slipped on her rug and broke her hip. The fracture wasn't a direct result of a high-impact injury. Rather, it occurred because her lower limbs had been losing strength and stability for years without her even noticing. When Judith finally made it to rehabilitation, she confided that she'd long felt unsteady and occasionally dealt with shortness of breath after climbing a flight of stairs. Like so many, she assumed these warning signs were just the normal speed bumps of getting older. But this was no routine situation. Her doctor discovered that her muscle mass had dangerously declined. Her bone density was reduced, and she had underlying circulation problems. All combined, these factors made a simple stumble a catastrophic event. Once she healed, I helped her rebuild her routine, focusing on key nutrients that most people mistakenly ignore. Judith's story isn't unique. Every day, older adults face that moment where one step is all it takes to transform their life forever. And while no single measure can guarantee you'll never lose your balance, the foods you choose can dramatically shift the odds in your favor. By leveraging the right nutrients, we can fortify our legs, help prevent debilitating falls, and potentially cut down on the likelihood of a heart attack or vascular complications. It's time to see how 4 surprisingly accessible foods can become your new best friends. Hitori Pinti. Science explained why leg strength matters. As we get older, our bodies start to experience a range of small, incremental changes. Bone density tends to decrease. Muscles lose their mass, a process known as sarcopenia, and blood vessels can stiffen. None of these changes happen overnight. According to the World Health Organization (WHO), in a 2020 advisory, age-related musculoskeletal decline sets in quietly and may go unnoticed until a significant event like a fracture or hospitalization occurs. WHO 2020 Global Health and Aging Report. This means you could lose up to 1% of muscle mass each year after the age of 50, all while feeling just a bit slower or a touch weaker. Your legs in particular bear the brunt of everyday movement. They lift, balance, and propel you forward. Think about how often you rely on them walking to the fridge, stepping into the tub, and bending down to grab the mail. If these tasks start feeling burdensome, it could be a sign you're missing nutrients. vital for bone integrity, nerve conduction, and muscle repair. Moreover, poor leg circulation can increase the risk of potentially life-threatening events like deep vein thrombosis, which can spiral into more severe cardiovascular problems. Scientists at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health 2017 Nutrition and Aging Journal emphasized that diets rich in anti-inflammatory compounds and high-quality protein are linked to reduced risk of age-related muscle deterioration. In other words, the standard fast food approach, packing in sugars and processed items, offers minimal support for your leg's daily stress. If you're not careful, those small vulnerabilities pile up until your body abruptly sends a wake-up call. In the worst scenarios, that wake-up call takes the form of a break or a dangerous fall. You might also be shocked to learn there's a critical link between leg strength and overall metabolic health, including cardiovascular function. When your leg muscles are strong and your circulation is robust, your heart doesn't strain as much to pump blood downward and back upward. By contrast, weak legs can put unnecessary stress on your cardiovascular system, especially if you develop plaque buildup or arterial stiffness. This synergy forms the backdrop against which we examine the next topic: how four surprisingly accessible foods can significantly shore up your leg health and help you dodge major pitfalls. Suryam. Food number 1, salmon for muscle preservation. Let's begin with a widely available fish that many seniors overlook in favor of less expensive protein sources. Salmon is famously rich in omega-3 fatty acids, but the real magic for aging legs goes beyond just healthy heart function. A diet featuring salmon can counteract the natural muscle loss that accelerates past age 60, a phenomenon known to experts as sarcopenia. According to Dr. Michael Greger, MD, in a 2019 article for the Journal of Geriatric Nutrition, adequate omega-3 intake has been correlated with the attenuation of age-related muscle wasting, helping older adults maintain the mass and strength necessary for independent living. Why salmon in particular and not just fish oil pills? Salmon delivers these essential fats in tandem with easily digestible high-quality protein. As you age, your digestive system may not work as efficiently as it did decades earlier. So it's crucial to eat proteins that your body can break down and absorb without much hassle. This fish fits the bill. When consumed at least twice weekly, it can help protect your legs from the chronic inflammation that undermines muscle recovery. Whether from daily walking or mild exercises like yoga, consider a composite example. Alan, 70 years old, retired postal worker. He noticed that climbing stairs left him winded and shaky, but he assumed it was just getting old. After adding grilled salmon to his dinner twice a week for a month, he reported feeling less stiffness and more stamina on those stairs. In particular, Alan noticed he didn't need to cling to the railing as often. Could a single food overhaul your entire health profile? Not on its own, but as one piece of a larger puzzle, it can make a real difference. Another benefit lies in how omega-3s interact with your body's cellular machinery. These fats help regulate the process by which muscles repair themselves after micro-tears. During day-to-day activity, bending, walking, lifting groceries, small tears occur in muscle fibers. Without adequate nutrition, these tears accumulate, leading to aches, pains, and steadily declining strength. By giving your legs a source of robust protein and anti-inflammatory fats, you make each step a little more secure. Don't be tempted to smother your fish in high-sugar glazes or rely on deep-fried versions. Try simple preparation lightly, season it with lemon herbs or a pinch of salt, and either bake or grill it. A consistent approach is key. One salmon meal every few weeks probably won't deliver meaningful results. Aim for that twice-weekly schedule and pair it with a side of lightly steamed vegetables. If you dislike cooking, even canned salmon with minimal additives can be a good starting point for mixing into salads. Food number 2, Greek yogurt for repair and rebuilding. Our second dietary powerhouse is Greek yogurt, which contains a noteworthy concentration of leucine, an amino acid proven to facilitate muscle repair. As people cross into their 60s and 70s, they often experience micro-tears simply from daily movements, pushing a vacuum cleaner, carrying laundry, or taking a short walk. If these small injuries don't mend properly, your legs slowly weaken. Greek yogurt steps up to the plate, because it delivers protein, rapidly helping your body rebuild promptly so those tears don't add up. There's a second advantage too, calcium. While calcium is renowned for its role in bone health, it's also essential for muscle contraction. Weak or sluggish muscle contractions can turn everyday tasks into exhausting ordeals. Greek yogurt's dense nutrient profile contributes to stronger, more effective muscle movements. And if you're concerned about sugar or additives, the plain unsweetened version offers all the benefits without loading you up on unnecessary sweeteners. A friend of mine named Marta, a 72-year-old retired teacher, used to complain of wobbly legs after standing at her sink for extended periods. She'd feel an almost immediate relief after sitting down as though her muscles had reached their limit. With a doctor's guidance, she started incorporating a small bowl of Greek yogurt into her daily breakfast. Over a few weeks, her complaints tapered off. "I never imagined a cup of yogurt could do that," Marta said, illustrating how a simple dietary change can be surprisingly powerful. Another reason Greek yogurt can stand out in your diet is its probiotic content. While not every brand is equally loaded with beneficial bacteria, many contain strains that aid digestion and support overall gut health. When your gut health improves, you're better able to absorb and utilize vitamins, minerals, and proteins, essentially boosting the effectiveness of every other healthy food you consume. This synergy means that a routine involving Greek yogurt not only offers direct benefits, but enhances the gains you get from foods like salmon beets and, as you'll see next, sweet potatoes. Timing can also matter. Consuming Greek yogurt soon after light exercise or even a moderate walk supplies your muscles with immediate repair materials. It's a bit like handing a construction crew the lumber and nails right at the job site instead of making them search for supplies. The result is quicker recovery and reduced soreness, empowering you to move more frequently. The more you move, the better your legs adapt, creating a beneficial cycle that fights off age-related decline. Ginawa. Food number 3, beets for optimal circulation. Beets often get overlooked, perhaps because of their earthy taste or the red stains they leave behind. But that crimson color is a big clue to their power. These root vegetables are brimming with nitrates, compounds your body converts into nitric oxide. Why is nitric oxide so vital? It relaxes and dilates blood vessels, improving circulation and allowing more oxygen-rich blood to reach your leg muscles when they need it most. That extra oxygen can spell the difference between a labored climb up the stairs and a steady ascent. Think of your arteries and veins as highways carrying fuel, oxygen, and nutrients to your muscles. With age and unhealthy habits, these highways can narrow or stiffen, slowing traffic and leading to traffic jams, reduced blood flow, poor nutrient delivery, and even a higher risk of issues like blood clots. Beets help clear the route by boosting your body's nitric oxide levels. Several studies have shown that older adults who eat beets regularly or consume beetroot juice can walk farther distances with less fatigue. I recall working with a man named Peter, 77 years old, who described his legs as if they were weighed down by sandbags. Even though his heart and lungs were in decent shape, his leg muscles didn't get adequate blood flow. After a few weeks of blending half a cup of cooked beets into a smoothie 3 times a week, Peter reported fewer heavy leg episodes. He stopped dreading trips to the grocery store, and that improvement in daily life made a tangible impact on his mood. If you find the taste of beets off-putting, try roasting them. This method brings out their natural sweetness and mellows that earthy flavor. Alternatively, you can juice them with apples, carrots, or citrus fruits to mask the intensity. If you're on blood pressure medication or have specific cardiovascular issues, always consult your physician before making big changes in your diet, especially with foods that can affect circulation. But for most people, a moderate intake of beets provides a significant leg-up pun intended in the fight against declining mobility. The results might not be instant, but beets are a classic, slow and steady champion. Over a period of weeks, you may notice less stiffness when you get up, improved stamina on walks, and more confidence on stairs. This isn't a miracle or a quick fix. It's the gradual replenishment of nutrients that your legs have been craving. Combined with other daily exercises or light stretches, beet consumption can help you reclaim the ease of movement many folks believe lost to time. Dharma. Food number 4, sweet potatoes for energy and stamina. While the previous items focused on protein, amino acids, and circulation, the fourth food is all about sustained energy, sweet potatoes. Unlike processed carbs that spike your blood sugar and then drop you into an energy slump. Sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates along with a host of vitamins and minerals. This slow-release fuel helps ensure that you don't run out of steam partway through the day, which can lead to wobbly legs and a higher risk of tripping or falling. In simpler terms, sweet potatoes are like a steady friend who keeps you going rather than pushing you to sprint and then collapse. Rich in beta-carotene sweet potatoes also supply antioxidants that combat low-level inflammation throughout your body. Inflammation is a sneaky enemy. One day it might manifest as mild stiffness, and over time, it can become a chronic barrier to comfortable movement. Additionally, sweet potatoes offer dietary fiber that supports healthy digestion and stable blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar is stable, your energy levels remain more predictable, keeping your muscles ready for action. One of my patients, Gregory, a 69-year-old retired accountant, complained about hitting an afternoon slump every day around 3 p.m. He found himself shuffling around, occasionally losing balance when he tried to pick something up from the floor. After discussing his diet, we realized he often skipped complex carbs at lunch, opting for quick snacks that only gave him a burst of energy. We introduced a small serving of mashed sweet potatoes with his midday meal. The shift was remarkable. A more consistent energy flow, reduced jitters, and greater stability on his feet throughout the afternoon. You don't need fancy recipes to reap these benefits, Anton. Simply bake a sweet potato in the oven, add a touch of olive oil or a light seasoning, and you've got a nutritious side dish. If you want variety, you can slice them into wedges, coat them with a little seasoning, and bake them into crisp, oven-fried sweet potato fries. The key is to avoid drenching them in sugar or butter, as that defeats the purpose and can lead to weight gain or sugar spikes. Moderation, as always, is crucial. When combined with a routine that also includes salmon, Greek yogurt, and beet sweet potatoes round out the picture, by ensuring your legs have the stamina to keep going. The synergy of these four foods, high-quality protein, muscle-repairing amino acids, improved circulation, and stable energy, provides a multi-pronged defense against the slow creep of weakness. Instead of feeling exhausted by noon, you'll have the fuel to move confidently from morning till night, and in the long run, that might spare you from a tumble that forces you into a hospital bed. The missing spark, a sense of urgency. You might be wondering, do I really need to be alarmed right now? The short answer is yes. A single fall can be devastating, not just physically, but mentally. Many older adults develop a long-lasting fear of falling, which ironically makes them less active, perpetuating an even faster decline. Missing even one essential nutrient could tilt the scales in favor of muscle weakness, joint pain, or poor circulation, all ingredients for a slow-motion disaster. If you brush this off today, you might find yourself hesitating at the top of a flight of stairs or needing a shopping cart just to steady your steps at the grocery store. Then one day, a minor misstep could trigger a downward spiral that robs you of independence. Don't wait for that scare. Get serious now, because once your legs go, the domino effect can be unrelenting and swift. Consider the hidden link to a heart attack, a risk we rarely connect to leg health. Weak legs often indicate poor circulation, and poor circulation can be a red flag for bigger cardiovascular issues. According to the American Heart Association, AHA 2018, Circulation Journal, peripheral arterial health is a reflection of systemic cardiovascular fitness. When one suffers, the other may also be compromised. In other words, if your legs aren't getting good blood flow, your heart might be struggling too. 3. Case studies, real-world consequences. Case study. Marcia No. 1, Margaret the 65, office administrator. She started noticing her knees felt wobbly whenever she had to carry files up a single flight of stairs. She wrote it off as normal aging, but she soon realized she also struggled to walk for more than 10 minutes without resting. A visit to her physician revealed early circulatory problems. A slight arterial blockage in her legs suggested a broader cardiovascular risk, prompting immediate dietary changes to include salmon and beets for better blood flow. Case study number 2, Leonard, 80, retired bus driver. Over the years, Leonard's diet became heavy on convenience foods, fried chicken, white bread, sugary snacks. He noticed that if he had to stand more than 5 minutes, his legs shook as if they couldn't support him. When doctors ran tests, they discovered he was severely deficient in key nutrients necessary for muscle repair, including certain amino acids. By introducing Greek yogurt and sweet potatoes, Leonard began to see less trembling and more stability. Although it took him about 6 weeks of consistent dietary changes to notice significant improvements. Case study number 3, Denise, 72, a part-time community college lecturer. She had a minor fall while heading to the podium one day. Her ankle gave out unexpectedly. After an X-ray, doctors confirmed no fractures, but they identified significant muscle loss in her calves. Further lab work indicated chronic inflammation. By incorporating salmon Greek yogurt and beets into her meals and performing mild resistance training under professional guidance, Denise reduced her inflammatory markers and regained the confidence to navigate stairs without clutching the handrail. Artuarum. Sanon 7-day checklist for stronger legs. Now that we've explored each of the 4 miracle foods, it's time for a straightforward action plan. A meticulously structured 7-day checklist can kickstart your journey. This is something you can share with friends, family, or even set up as a challenge on social media. The idea is to integrate salmon, Greek yogurt, beets, and sweet potatoes in a consistent manner. Each day you'll incorporate 1 or 2 of these items alongside simple, safe exercises. Day 1. Breakfast includes a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with berries. For lunch, add roasted beets to your salad. If you're up to it, try a gentle 5-minute walk after meals. Day 2. Grill or bake salmon for dinner. Accompany it with steamed vegetables and a small portion of sweet potatoes. Begin the day with a couple of minutes of chair squats. Sit down and stand up carefully using a chair for support. Day 3. Start your morning with Greek yogurt. Again, this time with a sprinkle of nuts. Enjoy a beet juice or beet smoothie in the afternoon. Add a few heel raises while you hold onto the kitchen counter, doing 2 sets of 10. Day 4. Include sweet potatoes at lunch. Lightly spice and bake them. Go for a 10-minute evening walk, focusing on steady, confident steps. Day 5. Salmon returns to the menu. Try pairing it with a side of whole grain rice or lightly sautéed spinach. Integrate an extra 5 minutes of gentle stretching, focusing on the calves and thighs. Day 6. Greek yogurt is your go-to breakfast again, but this time add some seeds and fresh fruit. Snack on roasted beet wedges if you like. Perform slow and mindful lunges or half lunges if your balance allows, always consulting a physical therapist or physician as needed. Day 7. Round out the week with sweet potatoes, possibly as an evening side dish. If you can take 2 short walks, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, each walk can be 5 to 10 minutes long. This final day completes your cycle, giving you a full week of exposure to these 4 foods and a bit of daily movement. At the end of the 7-day period, take note of any changes. Do your legs feel a bit more robust or less prone to aching after a short task? Are you breathing easier as you walk around your home or yard? While dramatic transformations usually take more than a week, you could notice early signs of progress. Consider continuing the checklist for another week or expand your diet with variations on these same foods to keep things interesting. Tunaran Churn, 24-hour leg strength challenge. If 7 days seems too daunting, start with a 24-hour challenge. For 1 full day, commit to having salmon or another high-quality fish and Greek yogurt, plus at least 1 serving of beets or sweet potatoes. Perform short, gentle leg exercises, such as seated marches or side leg raises, 3 times throughout that day. The objective: see how your legs respond when given a concentrated burst of nutrients and mild activity. This short but intense approach can serve as a teaser, motivating you to adopt these habits more frequently. Keep a brief journal, noting any changes in your energy levels, balance, or how your legs feel at bedtime. Some people find that even a single focused day provides a mental spark. They realize the power of intentional nutrition. While 24 hours won't overhaul your entire health, it might be exactly the push you need to continue. Tons. More strategies: exercise, checkups, and mindset. Remember, food is only one piece of the puzzle. Regular exercise, whether it's walking, light resistance training, or gentle yoga, is indispensable for maintaining leg strength. According to a 2018 study published in the Journal of Orthopedic Research, combining protein-rich foods with lower body exercises yields a more pronounced effect on muscle preservation than either intervention alone. That means pairing a salmon-rich diet with some daily squats can multiply your benefits. Additionally, keep track of your vitamin D and calcium levels. Your bones need these to stay dense, and your muscles rely on calcium for contraction. If you don't get enough sunlight or you're worried about bone thinning, consult your physician about possible supplementation. Always confirm your personal needs through blood tests rather than guessing, because the last thing you want is to over-supplement and tip the balance in the wrong direction. Another underrated factor is hydration. Dehydrated muscles and joints can become stiff and more prone to injury. Make sure you drink adequate water throughout the day. Adding a wedge of lemon or cucumber can make it more appealing and provide additional micronutrients. While water itself won't build muscle, it's an essential lubricant that helps everything from digestion to circulation run smoothly. Finally, shift your mindset from panic to empowerment. Yes, the risks are real and urgent. You could lose your independence from a single bad fall, but you're also not helpless. Each meal you prepare or bite you take can be a deliberate step towards stronger legs and overall resilience. When you see it this way, your everyday food choices become powerful tools in your personal health arsenal. Kanedi, call to comment. Have you ever noticed this sign? Comment, I feel it, if you relate I'm safe. If not, and add a question for the doctor. By doing so, you not only reflect on your own leg strength, but also create a community of voices who can learn from and support each other. Whether you've felt that first tremble of age or have been fighting it for years, your story might inspire someone else to act. So don't hold back. Let us know how your legs are treating you these days. Deeper dive into leg anatomy and aging. It's useful to understand a bit more about how your legs function so you can appreciate why certain nutrients are so critical. Each leg is made up of bones, muscles, tendons, ligaments, nerves, and blood vessels, all working in harmony. As you age, the tissues degenerate at different rates, while bones lose density, muscles lose mass, and circulation can slow nerve. Signals might not fire as efficiently. This perfect storm of decline can sneak up on you, leading to unstable steps and that dreaded fear of falling. When you feed your body foods like salmon rich in omega-3s and beets boosting nitric oxide, you're addressing multiple systems simultaneously. Healthy fats can help reduce inflammation in joint tissues, improving comfort and range of motion. Better circulation provides consistent nutrient delivery, and high-quality protein helps muscles rebuild quickly. Over time, this holistic support helps offset the cascade of age-related changes. Greek yogurt's impact extends beyond protein. The calcium it provides helps with bone integrity, while its probiotic profile can strengthen your gut. A healthy digestive system is more efficient at extracting the vitamins and minerals from every other food you eat. Meanwhile, sweet potatoes help regulate your energy levels, ensuring you have the fuel necessary for daily tasks without the midday crash. Each nutrient complements the others, forming a tapestry of protection around your lower extremities. None of this should replace medical advice or prescribed treatments. If you suffer from chronic issues like arthritis, peripheral artery disease, or other conditions that affect leg strength, always keep your doctor in the loop. Use these dietary strategies as a supplement to professional care, never as a substitute. Think of it like building a house. Your medical treatments lay the foundation, while the foods you choose frame the walls and reinforce the structure. Together, they create something far sturdier than either alone. Expert quotations to bolster trust. One World Health Organization, who maintaining musculoskeletal health in older age is one of the most effective ways to preserve overall well-being and autonomy. WHO 2020 Global Health and Aging Report. 2 Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. Our findings suggest that frequent intake of nutrient-dense proteins, like salmon, can significantly reduce the rate of age-related muscle decline. 2017 Nutrition and Aging Journal. 3 Dr. Michael Greger, MD. Nutritional interventions focusing on whole foods provide a potent defense against sarcopenia and related mobility issues. 2019. Journal of Geriatric Nutrition. These experts aren't pushing exotic or expensive pills, nor are they endorsing a one-size-fits-all miracle cure. They are highlighting patterns observed in research that a balanced intake of certain nutrients can slow or mitigate the common downward trends of aging. Still, every individual's needs vary, so if you have complex health conditions, be diligent and consult your physician. This is about creating a tailored approach that maximizes your strengths and works around any limitations. And EU, breaking down common misconceptions. One common myth is that you only need to worry about your legs if you plan on intense exercising or running marathons. In reality, even simple daily tasks, standing from a chair, climbing a short flight of stairs, or lifting a laundry basket depend on leg strength. Another misconception is that once you lose muscle, you can't regain it. While it's true that muscle building is harder with age, it's by no means impossible. Nutrition plays a pivotal role in reversing or slowing the rate of decline. Another myth is that if you're worried about a potential heart attack, focusing on your legs is a distraction from focusing on your heart. The surprising truth is that your vascular system is interconnected. Improving leg circulation, lowering inflammation, and balancing your diet can ease the overall strain on your heart. So you're not diverting attention, you're attacking the problem from another angle, potentially reducing your heart attack risk while boosting mobility. Tiniwa, reality check, taking stock of your current diet. Take a moment to think about what you ate in the last 24 hours. Did it include any high-quality protein, like salmon, or a leg-friendly starch like sweet potatoes? If your meals were dominated by processed snacks, sweets, or refined grains, you might be inadvertently starving your legs. Often people see the word diet and assume they need an extreme overhaul. But small substitutions, bake sweet potatoes instead of fries, Greek yogurt instead of sugary breakfast cereal, can offer significant returns. If your fridge is packed with sodas and pre-made frozen dinners, consider reducing them step by step. Introduce one new recipe a week that features our 4 miracle foods. Over time, your palate adapts and you might find yourself looking forward to that roasted beet salad or salmon fillet. The body is remarkably adaptable. Feed it the right stuff and it'll respond positively. Starve it and it'll respond in kind. Why you must not wait. Procrastination can be the silent killer when it comes to mobility. You might tell yourself, I'll start next month, or I'm not that old yet. But every day your cells are responding to the nutrients you do or don't provide. A single accident can happen at any moment, robbing you of your freedom in one violent swoop. That's not a scare tactic. It's a fact many families only learn when they're picking up the pieces after a fall. The earlier you take action, the better your odds of staying independent. Imagine the burden on your loved ones if you suddenly can't move without assistance. Not only do you bear the physical pain, but everyone around you is forced to adjust. Your children might juggle their schedules to help you, or you might face costly long-term care, all because leg health was pushed to the back burner. Don't let that happen. Tushun, support networks and follow-up care. As you embark on this journey, don't forget the value of community support. Reach out to neighbors or local senior groups and consider forming a meal-sharing plan where you each cook nutrient-rich meals and rotate deliveries. Pair that with group exercise sessions, short walks together, or low-impact classes at a community center. Social engagement can also help maintain mental sharpness, which is critical when preventing falls. If your mental focus wavers, it's easy to trip over small obstacles. Schedule regular checkups. A doctor can monitor your blood pressure, evaluate bone density, and track any signs of muscle decline. Physical therapists can develop personalized routines to strengthen your legs without risking injury. And if you're dealing with other chronic conditions, a dietitian can help you modify these food recommendations accordingly. Knowledge is your best defense, and professionals can catch red flags early. Tsushurana, maintaining motivation when the novelty wears off. After a couple of weeks, the excitement of trying new foods might wane. Boredom sets in, or perhaps you miss your old guilty pleasures. This is where variety comes into play. Experiment with different salmon recipes, citrus-glazed herb-crusted, or lightly breaded with whole grain crumbs. Spice up Greek yogurt with fresh peaches, honey in moderation, or a dash of cinnamon. Think about mixing beets into a blend of roasted vegetables or create a hearty beet soup. Rotate your carb source between sweet potatoes and other wholesome options, like quinoa or brown rice, so you don't overdo the same dish. Seek out new ways to incorporate these items into your meal planning. Try a salmon salad for lunch, roasted beet hummus for a snack, or mashed sweet potatoes with a hint of garlic for dinner. Maintaining interest in your food is half the battle. If you enjoy what you eat, you're more likely to stick with it. Addressing pain and discomfort. Some older adults avoid physical activity because they fear pain in their knees or hips. A careful approach might involve low-impact exercises such as water aerobics or stationary cycling, which reduce stress on weight-bearing joints. Meanwhile, an anti-inflammatory diet rich in omega-3s like salmon and antioxidants, like beets, can address underlying inflammation. Over time, the reduced inflammation may lessen pain, making it easier to move. But remember, always consult your physician to ensure you're choosing safe activities for your condition. If you already deal with conditions like osteoarthritis, a diet shift might not cure it, but it can ease symptoms. For instance, Greek yogurt's protein can support muscle structure around the knee, adding stability. Stronger supporting muscles mean less direct pressure on the joint itself. Similarly, sweet potatoes give you balanced energy, preventing excessive fatigue that often magnifies discomfort. It's all about minimizing aggravations so that you can stay active consistently. Reinforcing the action plan with small daily steps. 1. Morning leg check. Each morning, stand with your feet slightly apart and close your eyes for a few seconds. See if you feel wobbly. If so, it might be a sign you need to refocus on your nutrition or step up your balance exercises. 2. Snack smart. Replace at least one junk food snack a day with a portion of Greek yogurt or a small piece of leftover salmon if that sounds unappealing. Try salmon spread on whole grain crackers. 3. Hydration reminders. Every 2 hours, drink a small glass of water. If needed, set an alarm or use a phone reminder. 4. Micro-exercise moments. If sitting for a long stretch, do seated calf raises or extend each leg one by one to keep the blood flowing. 5. Evening wind down. End the day with a mental recap. Did you incorporate at least 2 of the 4 miracle foods? Did you get in a little movement? None of these steps are overwhelming, but together they create a daily environment that supports leg strength. Consistency is key. One healthy meal won't fix everything, just as one slip on the stairs doesn't mean you're doomed. But day by day, you build habits that make a significant cumulative difference. Over months, these simple acts can spell the difference between remaining active and needing a walker. Nuance individual health profiles. If you have certain health conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or kidney issues, the dietary approach may need adjustments. For instance, be mindful of the natural sugars in beets if you're closely monitoring blood sugar. If you have renal concerns, watch your protein intake or potassium levels found in sweet potatoes. That's why a conversation with a registered dietitian or your physician is crucial before diving headlong into major dietary shifts. Similarly, if you're on medication for hypertension, the vasodilating effect of beets could influence your blood pressure readings. Again, it doesn't mean you should skip beets altogether. Just keep track of your levels and consult a healthcare professional. If something seems off, everybody is unique. This is about empowerment and knowledge, not a blind leap. By being proactive, you can refine these recommendations to suit your specific health profile. Chananemon, encouraging longevity and quality of life. Leg health isn't just about avoiding falls. It's about maintaining the freedom to travel, see friends, and stay engaged in community events. When you have stable legs, you're more likely to go out for social gatherings, enhancing mental well-being. Studies consistently show that older adults who remain socially active experience lower rates of depression and cognitive decline. The ability to move confidently can thus become a cornerstone of a vibrant, fulfilling life. Moreover, leg strength correlates with overall functional independence. According to a 2021 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, participants with higher lower body strength scores were able to perform daily tasks like cooking and cleaning more efficiently and reported higher life satisfaction. When you feed your body the right foods, salmon, Greek yogurt, beets, sweet potatoes, you're not just boosting muscles. You're investing in a safer, more engaged existence. It's about saying yes to invitations instead of declining because I can't stand that long. Tangible exercises to complement diet. 1. Chair squats. Place a sturdy chair behind you, slowly lower yourself as if sitting, then rise back up using your legs rather than your arms. Start with 5 repetitions and work your way up. 2. Heel toe stands. Stand behind a counter or chair. Rise onto your toes, then rock back on your heels gently. This movement improves ankle stability and calf strength. 3. Side leg raises. Hold onto a chair for balance. Lift one leg out to the side, hold for a moment, and lower it. Switch legs, This helps the outer thigh muscles responsible for stability. 4. Seated knee extensions. While seated, straighten one leg out in front of you, contracting the thigh muscle. Hold for a second or two, then lower. Repeat 10 times each side. Perform these simple exercises a few times a week, ideally after you've fueled up with nutrient-rich foods. The combination of moderate physical training and targeted nutrition forms a synergy that can dramatically slow the pace of leg weakness. Even short sessions, 5 to 15 minutes performed consistently, can pay off over time. Always consult your physician or a qualified physical therapist if you have any doubts or underlying conditions. Mental barriers, fear of pain, fear of failure. It's not just physical barriers that hold people back from regaining leg strength. Fear and negative self-talk can be just as debilitating. Perhaps you recall a past injury or feel ashamed because you can't do as much as you did in your 40s. But letting fear run the show is counterproductive. Start small, celebrate each improvement, and understand that slow progress is still progress. A good way to overcome mental roadblocks is to keep a small journal. Each day, jot down what you ate. Did you incorporate salmon beets, Greek yogurt, or sweet potatoes? Note any exercises you completed. Over time, you'll have tangible proof of your efforts. Seeing that log can boost morale, and when you notice improvements, less pain, better stamina, your confidence will soar. Ganowans. The subtle link to heart attack prevention. Let's revisit the subtle connection to a heart attack, a money keyword. We seldom align with leg health. By paying attention to circulation, you reduce strain on the cardiovascular system, as healthy legs often reflect healthy arteries. Omega-3s from salmon also help maintain a favorable lipid profile. Beets assist in keeping blood vessels flexible, and stable energy from sweet potatoes can prevent episodes of blood sugar volatility, a known risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Each step you take to strengthen your legs can also be a step toward protecting your heart. Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health experts note that diets high in anti-inflammatory foods correlate with reduced cardiovascular events in older adults. 2017, Nutrition and Aging Journal. By extension, a stronger set of muscles in your legs indicates that you're likely getting enough physical activity to keep your heart in shape. The synergy is profound. Improved mobility can lead to more movement, which in turn supports heart health. Don't underestimate the ripple effect that starts with nurturing your lower body. What if you're already experiencing decline? If you're reading this and you feel like you're already too far gone, let me assure you it's never too late to improve. Studies show that even individuals in their 80s and 90s can gain muscle strength with proper nutrition and exercise. You might not become a marathon runner, but you can enhance your quality of life. Even modest gains can mean the difference between depending on a walker and walking independently with minimal support. The body retains an incredible capacity for adaptation, provided you give it the resources it needs. The key is consistency and realistic expectations. Set small goals, maybe stand for 1 minute longer each day, or add one more step up and down the porch. Pair these micro goals with the 4 foods as part of your daily intake. Over time, these tiny changes compound. Often, we see a turning point around 4 to 6 weeks of consistent effort where you suddenly realize you're moving more fluidly than you were a month ago. Safety tips for home. While you improve your leg strength, minimize hazards at home. Remove loose rugs, clear walkways of clutter, and ensure your lighting is adequate. Install handrails in bathrooms if balance is a concern. These changes might seem minor, but they can significantly reduce the risk of a catastrophic fall. Think of it as giving yourself the best environment to succeed while your legs catch up to your nutritional overhaul. Consider also investing in comfortable, supportive footwear. Slippers without tread or worn-out shoes can be a slip hazard. If you struggle with foot pain, consult a podiatrist. Sometimes custom orthotics can make all the difference. As your legs strengthen, you'll want them properly supported so you can walk with confidence wherever you go. Call for interaction. Share your progress. Feel free to share your experiences in the comments section. Did you try salmon for the first time? Or maybe you found a new beet recipe that makes them delicious. Your tips might help someone else struggling to make changes in their life. The more we crowdsource our recipes and success stories, the bigger the impact. Think of it as a collective problem-solving effort where each story can spark motivation for another person. Together, we can create a ripple effect that helps people stand taller, walk farther, and maintain independence longer. Gökinanim. Addressing the naysayers, you might hear people say, well, at my age, what's the point? The point is that if you're alive, you have a chance to improve how you feel each day. Another frequent claim is, healthy eating is too expensive. Yet salmon, Greek yogurt, beets, and sweet potatoes, while not the cheapest items, are still accessible in many grocery stores or can be bought in bulk to reduce cost. Planning around sales and using alternative sources like canned salmon or beet powder can keep your budget balanced. Don't let financial or age-related excuses deprive you of a better quality of life. If you're still skeptical, test it for yourself using the 7-day checklist or the 24-hour challenge. Give your body a fair chance to respond. You might be amazed by the subtle but meaningful improvements. Sometimes feeling 10% better can embolden you to make more changes. And that 10% could be the difference between a stumble and a secure step. Revisiting the key foods in a nutshell, salmon high in omega-3s and quality protein helps slow muscle breakdown and supports repair. Greek yogurt packed with leucine and calcium, excellent for quick muscle recovery and bone support. Beets boost nitric oxide production, enhancing circulation and oxygen delivery to leg muscles. Sweet potatoes provides a steady source of complex carbohydrates and is rich in antioxidants, gives long-lasting energy, and helps balance blood sugar. Together, these four create a synergy that addresses inflammation, muscle health, circulation, and energy levels. They are not gimmicks. They are time-tested foods, each offering a piece of the leg strength puzzle. Perini. Why comments matter again. Engagement in the comments section isn't just for boosting video metrics. It serves as a platform for shared questions, tips, and moral support. When someone else admits, "I felt my legs wobble too," it normalizes a concern and makes you realize you're not alone. On the other hand, seeing "I'm safe" might give you hope that with consistent effort, you can preserve or reclaim your stability as well. So don't be shy. Let your voice be heard, and you might inspire someone else to speak up too. Gilcornari. Cautious optimism, avoiding overhype. We must maintain scientific integrity. These foods are not magic bullets. They work best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Regular checkups, responsible exercise, good sleep, and stress management all contribute to leg health and reduce heart attack risk. No single item can undo decades of unhealthy living overnight. But if you're willing to commit, these nutritional adjustments could be the stepping stones toward a better tomorrow. That said, never lose sight of the power of incremental change. Many success stories blossom from small beginnings: the first time you switch out white rice for a sweet potato, or the first time you add beets to your smoothie. These small steps, when repeated, regularly accumulate into significant health benefits. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. How to avoid burnout. Burnout often happens when people go all in too fast, swearing off all their favorite foods and doing intense workouts immediately. Instead, aim for a realistic pace. If you currently eat salmon once a month, start with once a week. If you rarely eat beets, introduce them gradually. Perhaps once every few weeks, then move to once a week. The goal is sustainable change, not a crash diet that you abandon after a short period. Set yourself up for success by planning meal prep days. Maybe every Sunday, you bake a batch of sweet potatoes to use throughout the week or portion out. Greek yogurt into small containers for quick snacks. Consistency is easier when you remove barriers like time, crunches, and last-minute decision-making. If you find yourself drifting, revisit your initial motivation. Is it to stay active for your grandchildren, to avoid a catastrophic fall? Keep that reason at the forefront of your mind. And a recap of additional benefits. 1. Cognitive boost. Some research suggests that anti-inflammatory diets can aid mental clarity, possibly helping you stay sharp as you age. 2. Mood enhancement. Feeling stronger often leads to improved self-esteem and less anxiety about daily activities. 3. Social connection. Engaging in group walks or cooking classes can combat loneliness, which is a major health risk in older adults. These perks go beyond mere leg strength. They reinforce your overall well-being. Don't underestimate how deeply one positive shift can ripple through your life. When you're not worried about tipping over, you might stroll around your neighborhood more, engage in more social events, and sleep better. All these aspects intertwine, creating a feedback loop that supports healthy aging. Repetition without spam restating our title. The smart way, the reason we say stop leg decline, avoid heart attack with 4. Miracle Foods isn't about cheap scare tactics. It's a genuine call to realize that weak legs and cardiovascular problems are often two sides of the same coin. By mindfully choosing foods that enhance muscle strength and circulation, you lower the risk of catastrophic events that could derail your independence. Remember, your diet is a potent force capable of gradually healing or harming you. Use it wisely in consultation with your physician. Great. Call to comment revisited. Once again, here's your prompt for the comment section. Have you ever noticed this sign? Comment "I feel it" if you relate. "I'm safe" if not, and add a question for the doctor. Your honesty may empower others to take action. Whether you're already feeling the pangs of frailty or you're confident you've got many years of good mobility ahead, your words matter. Final action steps 1. Grocery run. Pick one new ingredient, salmon, Greek yogurt, beets, or sweet potatoes to incorporate this week. 2. Mini movement. Choose one simple exercise: chair squats, heel toe stand side, leg raises or knee extensions, and do it twice this week. 3. Hydrate and reflect. Keep a glass of water by your side and journal any small changes you notice. These steps seem too trivial to matter, but that's the point. Big changes are the sum of small actions repeated daily. If you keep your routine too complicated, you'll likely abandon it. Simplicity increases the chance you'll follow through. And once you see those initial gains, maybe you get out of your chair with less effort, you'll be motivated to do even more. Conclusion. Before we wrap up, let's solidify today's message with 3 quick bullet points. Your lower limbs are your foundation. Let them weaken and your independence could slip away. Salmon, Greek yogurt, beets, and sweet potatoes each bring unique benefits to shore up muscle circulation and endurance. 3. Consistency trumps perfection. Incorporate these foods regularly. Stay hydrated, move daily, and consult your physician for personalized care. If you found these insights helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to spread the word about how simple dietary changes can literally keep people on their feet. And don't forget to leave your comment below. Did you relate, "I feel it," or are you still in the clear? I'm safe. Your participation encourages others to step up and take control of their health. Now I'll leave you with one final question. What's the biggest obstacle stopping you from prioritizing your leg strength today?